Hi, my name's Devon Monk. I am the national best-selling author of fantasy, science fiction, urban fantasy novels, those sorts of things. And I rented this cabin, Cabin 1, at Champoeg State Park for a little writing retreat. It has a very nice front porch and it has a good door. Let's go through. This is the simple room. It has no indoor water, but it has electricity, a table, couple of windows, a futon that folds down, and a double bunk on the bottom, single bunk on the top. And again, there's that good door that shuts. So while it's your basic, no indoor plumbing, no water, it does have heat, electricity, and a ceiling fan. This is the parking, not far from the front porch, and here is a view out at what is usually tent camping, although I was there in the winter, so tent camping was closed. I threw my knapsack up there on top, rolled out my sleeping bag. There's an air purifier in the room, and behind there is a walking trail that has a fence in front of it. So even though people walked by, I didn't feel like they were looking in my windows. This is a view of the other cabin, my neighbor to the side. You can see it's quite a ways away. I never heard anybody over there. And yeah, that's it. Perfect with a little writing table. That's mostly all I need for a writing retreat. Table and futon, bunk beds, and spare chairs, I guess. And there's that door. Okay, let's go check out the bathroom. I always want to know if I don't have indoor plumbing where I'm going to be brushing my teeth. So the women's bathroom was very nice. I was there in the winter and it was warm inside and it smelled good. 2 sinks, 3 stalls. Right over there is a baby changing station that I didn't get on the video, but there were also skylights, and it was always very nice and very clean and very quiet there. Then right around the corner are showers that are single people showers. You have a privacy lock on the door, and inside it was more spacious than I expected. A nice top shelf to store on, a bench below to put like clothes and those sorts of things. And even though it looks a little dark here, I was filming almost in the evening time, so my camera didn't do very good, but the tile was all very clean, had a nice shower head, and up above is a skylight, which I really thought was nice and thought that would be nice during the day. I didn't actually test the shower, so I don't know how hot the water was, but it was a very clean, good smelling space. Right outside of the showers, I want to show you this, is a beautiful open field that's behind this restroom, and around the edges of the open field are the people who are camping in RVs and trailers. So there's this huge, spacious, wonderful space. I went out there to stargaze a little bit one night, and it was lovely. All the paths are paved and very flat, very accessible. This is the camping, and right here next to the bathroom is a camp host there on the right. And I liked having the camp host there because as I was going out to the restrooms in the mornings and evenings, it was nice to know the camp host was right there. My cabin is straight ahead. This is my neighboring cabin with the little awning over their picnic table, and then the third cabin there, and there's a few more off down that way with parking down that way. This is the people parked near the restroom, with the restroom behind them. And then this is the parking area for the tent camping. And for my cabin, tent camping would normally be right there under all of these trees that are a little blurry in this shot. There's like 5 or 6 different tent camping spots there. And then my cabin 1, with my picnic table and my fire pit. There's no cooking inside that cabin, so you have to cook outside. Okay, the next day it cleared up a little bit, so I took a walk on this trail between cabins 2 and 3. That's cabin 2 right there. And I decided to head, while the weather was good enough, down this trail to do a little loop to see where this loop led. There's lots of hiking on these nice, flat, easy trails. They're also built for bicycles, super easy. You can do a little off trailing too. They have signs that show you how far things are to get to and which way to go, which is nice. And here by this bench that was put in by the Boy Scouts of America, I found a surprise. Look, what's this? Oh my gosh, you guys. It's a tiny fairy house. I was so excited to see this. It has a little rock on the roof. And then I took a moment and I opened it up, and inside are little jewels set inside of it. I did find a tiny little acorn, that hollowed out acorn that I left on the fairy house porch in case any of the inhabitants might want a bowl or a hat or something. And then I just kind of took a moment and looked out over the Willamette River. It was a lovely day, very little wind. It was cold though, but it was a terrific view, and I can imagine in the summer this would be a great shady little spot to stop on your hike to get a view of the river. One more quick view to show you that the weather really was good. We do have good weather even in Oregon. There's our underbrush and some of our trees in case you haven't ever hiked in an Oregon foresty type space. I did decide to take this one little side trail that, as you can see, is not paved. It's just some place that people have walked several, for quite a while to create a trail in this space. And I got up to this V and I thought I better not walk very much further because I don't know this place and I'm easy to get lost. So back to the paved trail I went, and the weather again, lovely. You can see the trail is so even. There weren't even really potholes, but I had to go off trail one more time. I went under these fir trees and out into this beautiful sunlit field. Another big open space. There is a building here. I'm not sure which one it is, but I thought this would be a great place to hang out and, I don't know, frisbee or something. Good frisbee field. That's that building there in that field. I didn't get to Kitty Newell's gravesite, but that was the trail I was on. I did find yurts. So here's the yurt camping. Very nice, very clean. And this is a little bridge of the road that goes over the Champoeg Creek. I think it's called Champoeg Creek. And I wanted to get out here and take a look at that because it flows into the Willamette, and I just hadn't ever seen Champoeg Creek before. It kind of winds all through the campground area. So again, proof that we do have good weather. Back onto the road, back into the campground, we have a bike repair station, which I thought was cool. We also have this structure out here, which is a play structure for kids to climb and run around on. This is an outdoor theater space for shows that they do in the summer. And this is where you get your ice and your firewood and your watch out for poison oak sign. This is my little writing desk. I had a great time in this tiny cabin. Thank you for coming along with me to the Champoeg Park getaway.